Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Paul Ruiz, also known as Ralph Dude, and today I bring you guys a Copperajah team. We have to talk about the elephant in the room. And I think this elephant is actually really fun to use and is really strong. So let's break this team down. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the team. And as usual, I would like to remind you, if you want to support the channel, you can subscribe. It helps me a ton. A subscription is free and helps me a ton to keep going. And if you like my content, if you like the teams I bring, if you like my videos, I would also like to encourage you to leave a like on the video. I really appreciate that. So let's break this down. How did this team actually begin to work? I created this team with the idea of using Copperajah. That was my first intention. And of course, Copperajah is a slow and strong physical attacker. It has 130 base attack stat and a 30 base speed stat. So the first thing I thought is like, okay, we have to use Trick Room, right? But I didn't want to use like a standard, size spam Trick Room within DD, or, Torkoal, things like that. Because I feel like if I go in that route, Copperajah is just not going to be maybe the star of the show, or it's just gonna be there, and you're usually just gonna try to use the others because the others are just really good, really consistent. So I didn't want to include Torkoal or like Indeedee, Hatterene, Galay, things like that, because then this thing is just not gonna have a lot of maybe plays on the actual battles. Instead, I wanted to go with Dusclops. I think Dusclops and Copperajah are really good duo, because first they have good type synergy, right? Like Dusclops is a ghost type, Copperajah is a steel type, so Dusclops is immune to fighting moves, which Copperajah is weak to. And then Dusclops is a really bulky Trick Room setter that is slower than Copperajah. First of all, I think Dusclops is like base 22 speed stat, something like that. I think it's base 25. Yeah, so it's a really slow Trick Room setter, slower than a lot of things in the format, which means that in Trick Room you're gonna go first. And then, why do you want to go first? Because you have the option to click Haze. Haze is a really nice move, not only for Dondozo. Probably most of you think about Dondozo when you see Haze, and that's fine. It's obviously going to be really useful into Dondozo, but Copperajah is a strong physical attacker that does not have clear body, does not have clear amulet either, so your opponent can intimidate that Pokemon, and then the damage output is just not going to be as good anymore. However, if you are going to get intimidated, you can use Haze, and then you get rid of the drops. Or you can use Helping Hand, and then you increase your damage output by 50%, basically canceling out the Intimidate drop. I think those two options are really nice for a Pokemon like Copperajah to have, as a support option, because Copperajah really wants to get KOs while in Trick Room. Every Pokemon that is assigned to play in Trick Room usually wants to get quick KOs, because Trick Room is a battle against a timer. You only have 4 turns, so the stronger you can hit your opponent, the faster you can win the game, and the more KOs you can get. Nightshade is a consistent damage option. You do 50 damage, not 50 base power, 50 HP damage to your opponent always, unless they are a ghost type, which not ghost type, sorry, unless they are a normal type, which are immune to ghost type moves like Nightshade. And then you have Trick Room, of course, and Terra Dark. The Terra Dark is just a nice defensive Terra, because Dusclops is weak to Ghost and Dark type attacks, so Dark would resist both, alongside making you immune to Prankster Taunt or Prankster Encore if you really need to be safe against those things with Dusclops. And then Frisk is a nice ability for close team sheet best of 1, honestly, because you can see what your opponent's items are when you send Dusclops to the battle, and that would allow you, of course, to kind of like identify what kind of sets they have, so you can understand what they're trying to do against you, and then you can go from there. I think that's really nice to have. Of course, Eviolite is mandatory in this Pokemon, because the Pokemon can still evolve, so it would get a 50% boost on its defenses. And it's a Pokemon with 130 base defense and base special defense, so having the Eviolite makes it really tanky. It has virtually the same bulk as Porygon 2, even though Porygon 2 has less defenses, but has way more HP than Dusclops, so virtually is the same. I make some calcs, it is almost the same bulk for both Pokemon. But Dusclops is slower, it has access to Haste. It also has access to Will-O-Wisp, which I was honestly considering a lot. I really like Will-O-Wisp in this Pokemon because of how bulky it is and how annoying it can be, but I felt you really needed the other moves more. So unfortunately, I didn't have space for Will-O-Wisp. I was considering even not putting Nightshade, but sometimes Dusclops not having anything to do, damage-wise, was just not great. So yeah, Nightshade was mandatory, I think. And it's especially defensive Dusclops. A lot of special defense with a sassy nature and mean speed. Then we have Copperajah, the elephant on this team. This Pokemon is no joke. 130 base power is really good. And then the power of its moves is also extremely valuable here. So let me talk about the difference between Sheer Force and Heavy Metal. Because a lot of you probably are thinking like, oh, why don't you use Sheer Force? Sheer Force is a great ability. They should be Sheer Force Copperajah. I've seen people around thinking that Sheer Force Copperajah is the way to go, and I honestly think that's not the case. Let me explain this. Sheer Force is an ability that gives you a 30% boost on your moves if said moves have a secondary effect, and that ability also cancels the secondary effect. That sounds great. 30% boost on moves that have secondary effects that maybe you don't even want to have. That's awesome. But the problem is the moves should be strong to begin with in order for that ability, in my opinion, to be worth it. And maybe not worth it, but better than the other option. Let me explain this with a comparison. You have Iron Head on one hand, and then you have Heavy Slam on the other hand, right? Iron Head is 80 base power. Factor the Sheer Force, which is 30% increase, it would be 104 base power. That sounds nice. If Copperajah didn't have Heavy Slam, I would say that is the way to go. However, it does have Heavy Slam, and Heavy Slam, based on how heavy this Pokemon is against the majority of the format, is 120 base power move always. You have 104 versus 120. Which one would you pick? 120 is stronger. Now, there are a couple of Pokemon that are heavy that you wouldn't get 120 base power on. Dragonite, Tyranitar, for example, Ursaluna. That's where Heavy Metal comes into play. Heavy Metal doubles this Pokemon weight. So, against Tyranitar and against Dragonite, Heavy Metal allows Copperajah to actually hit them with 120 base power Heavy Slam. That's amazing. You can hit those heavy Pokemon with full power, which is stronger than the 104 from Iron Head. So I think that's better. And against both Ursalunas, unfortunately, it does not quite help it to get 120 base power against them because they are super heavy. Against the Hisuian Ursaluna, it is 100 base power Heavy Slam, which still is really good. And then against the Bloodman Ursaluna is only 80 base power Heavy Slam because that Pokemon is heavier than the other one. However, we have Superpower to hit them. We don't need Heavy Slam against them. They're weak to Superpower, so you can just hit them with Superpower, so it's not a problem. So I feel it's better to have Heavy Metal, Heavy Slam, Heat Crash instead of Sheer Force, Iron Head, Rock Slide, Play Rough. Now, don't get me wrong, Play Rough was the only reason why I was really considering Sheer Force, maybe. Not because of Iron Head, it was because of Play Rough, to hit all the Dragon types, and Play Rough would be decently powerful, like 117 base power, but Play Rough can miss, and that's annoying. And I felt like this moveset was honestly better. Heavy Slam, really good stab, really powerful. You can one-shot Dragapult with Heavy Slam. It's neutral, but you one-shot it, life for Heavy Slam. You can one-shot Primarina max HP with Heavy Slam. You do around 90% to Garchomp with Heavy Slam. And then you have Heat Crash. It's the same concept as Heavy Slam, but a fire type attack based on the weight difference between Copperajah and its target. You can one-shot Rillaboom. You can one-shot Goldengo. You have a really high chance of one-shotting a Moongoose, depending on their set. So I think it's a really nice combination of moves that are obviously even stronger with Heavy Metal against Pokemon that are like a little bit heavier than the others. And then you have Superpower for coverage. Superpower is not affected by Heavy Metal nor Sheer Force, so it's fine. It's just coverage move, really powerful, 120 base power. It one-shots Incineroar, most Incineroars that are not like super heavily invested into physical defense. One-shots with this Pokemon, one-shots with Superpower Life Orb. I think that's really good. Without even Helping Hand. You can Helping Hand, Heavy Slam, and even get like a lot of KOs Helping Hand Heavy Slam one-shots Garchomp, for example, one-shots Dragonite, assuming they're not multi-scale, of course. If they're multi-scale, you probably go for Nightshade Heavy Slam, and you can pick up the KO, because Nightshade would break the multi-scale first, do 50 damage, and then Heavy Slam also does a ton. And yeah, I think this Pokemon is really good. It does have some bulk, a lot of HP investment and some defense investment, and then like just max attack, mean speed. It's Terraghost. Terraghost is nice because you can sometimes need to hit. Your opponent might have a fake out on and is trying to stop your Copperajah from attacking in Trick Room. You can just Terraghost to avoid the fake out. And it's also good because, Steel is weak to fighting moves. You can be immune to those fighting moves with Terraghost. I think Terraghost is the right Terra for Copperajah, at least in this team. And then we have Maushold Annihilate. You probably already noticed it. This Maushold has Population Bomb in Wildlands, but it's not a mistake. It does not have Technician. That's on purpose. It has Friend Guard. And you might be thinking, what are you trying to accomplish with this? You have Friend Guard, but you have an offensive Maushold. What's the idea behind this? There's a good explanation for this. The main reason is like Dusclops is a passive Pokemon, right? It doesn't do that much damage. A lot of the times to set up the Trick Room, you can lead Dusclops Incineroar or Dusclops Maushold. Dusclops Maushold, I would say, is the best lead pair for this team. And in that case, I didn't want the Maushold to also be passive because Dusclops is already super passive. So, but I still wanted to have the Friend Guard overall to help the teammates, right? You can help Dusclops is really bulky with Friend Guard on top of that is just not taking damage. Unless it hit you for super effective, of course. And then, but Maushold can still do damage with Population Bomb. I made some cogs, and you one-shot even without Technician. A lot of Pokemon. You one-shot Sneasler, you one-shot Flamigo, you one-shot Indeedee Male, you one-shot Whimsicott, you one-shot Meowscarada, you one-shot, Vivillon. There are lots of Pokemon that you one-shot Talonflame without having Technician. And even those bulky Pokemon, you do around 60 to 70% to lots of them just with Population Bomb without Technician. You could have a chance to even one-shot Pelipper without Technician, which I think is honestly really neat. Pelipper has 100 base defense. However, Helping Hand is your way to get to that next level. If you want to pick up a KO into something that you would with Technician Population Bomb, you can just lead Maushold and Dusclops and Helping Hand Population Bomb. Boom, you have the Technician boost. Is just going to get the KO. So you have those two options to play the Maushold, but you still keep the Friend Guard for the other members of the team, which I think was really, really cool to have. You have Beat Up to hit the Annihilate, you have Follow Me for just regular support to set up Trick Room, or just have the option to protect your teammates. And then protect Terraghost. Terraghost is nice to have other ways to play the Maushold with Follow Me, just being immune to fighting moves, being immune to normal moves, fake out, things like that. And then it's just max speed, max attack, Jolly Maushold. Keep in mind, this is not a Technician Maushold. You don't have the option to get the one-hit KOs into lots of things with Population Bomb only. But if you want that, you can Helping Hand Population Bomb, and then you have your Technician damage output. Annihilate, standard Annihilate, but with safety goggles. It's a really consistent Pokemon. Really nice here. It was intended to have Annihilate in this team because that would help you to force your opponent to think twice about bringing their Intimidate against your Copperajah. So a lot of the time, it's just by seeing Annihilate, they're not going to bring Incineroar. And then you can have, a better option when you go for Trick Room and you don't go Annihilate. But just by having it on the team, it creates that psychological impact on Intimidate users. But if you really want, you can still go for it. It's really good into Among Us teams with Maushold, Annihilate, you just bulk up, you're immune to Spore, you're immune to Rage Spotter, and you side beat up, things like that. It's just really consistent, it's Jolly Max Speed. And then we have Ursaluna and Incineroar. Ursaluna is an Assault Vest Pokemon. It's not the Life Orb one. The Life Orb is on the Copperajah. So this Pokemon with Assault Vest is actually really tanky. I gave it a lot of special defense also. It has a lot of special attack, of course, but it's not quite max special attack. It does have a lot of bulk, especially in the special side. So it's able to tank hits on the special side really, really well. Hyper Voice, Air Power, Blood Moon are just standard. And then, since you don't have Protect because it's Assault Vest, you have the option for a last move, Vacuum Wave. It's a nice priority move, 40 base power. You can use it to, just pick up some Sash Pokemon, Pokemon with low HP if you really need that. Terra Normal for extra damage. And then Incineroar is a standard Incineroar with Flare Blitz, Knockoff, Punch Out, Fake Out, especially defensive. It has some speed investment. Stare Grass, because I wanted to have another immunity to Amoonguss, given that the safety goggles is an Annihilate. And then Citrus Berry makes this Pokemon really, really consistent. I really like Citrus Berry and Incineroar. I think safety goal is overall better just for Amoonguss, but since I already had these safety goals and Annihilate, I wanted, of course, to have Citrus and Incineroar because this Pokemon is just so good defensively, and it just supports the team as it usually does. So this is the team, guys. You have the rental code in the right side of your screen. You also have this in the description down below. You have the Pokeface if you want to check the AVs or use the team in Showdown. And let's get into the first match. Hopefully we can have some fun matches where we can showcase how powerful this elephant can really be. And we found our first opponent of the video. We're playing against Anthony from rank 10. I think, oh no, rank 10 is Ultra Ball, is not even Master Ball. But of course, it has this annoying team, which honestly, this team is just a really, really bad matchup for this team. I know that because I don't have these safety goals with the Maushold. So if they lead Lily and Torkoal, they just click buttons into me. They literally just click buttons. I'm gonna try though. I am gonna try. Ursaluna for sure in the back. And then Copperajah is not bad if I can eliminate the Torkoal. So yeah, let's go with this. Anthony, my friend, I am really, really scared of your team. My team has a bad matchup into yours. I'm gonna try. It's not great. Maybe Anthony already knows this team because I already made it public on my Spanish channel. So maybe Anthony already knows it. Who knows? So it knows. Yeah, Lilligan Torkoal is just really easy. So this is a horrible turn 1 for me. I'm just gonna hope they miss the Sleep Powder and the Maushold, or they Sleep Powder the Annihilate. They can also just after your option, the game's over. Let's see. Torkoal went for Protect. Interesting. And they close combat the Maushold. That's just so bad. It's so bad. Game's over. Game's over. Maybe I should have used Terra. But like, if they after your option, I'm just not getting anything. So I'm going to Earth Power there and go for Drain Punch here. After your option. So I lose both here. Oh, maybe Annihilate survives. Yeah, it does survive. And we should KO the Torkoal here. I hope we don't KO the Torkoal, honestly. We do KO the Torkoal. Because now they bring Indeedee. Yeah. They bring Indeedee, and I am in a bad spot here. Since I cannot Vacuum Wave. Lilligan just clicks button here. Okay. GG. GG. There's not much I can do. Lilligan just goes crazy into this team. It literally does. Maybe if they go for a Trick Room here, maybe. Maybe there's hope. Wait. Wait a second. They went for Trick Room? Oh, Anthony. I'm not sure if that was the right thing to do. I'm not sure if that was the right thing to do because I think the Elephant can KO Indeedee from here, and it is my only hope, honestly. And then I KO the other thing. Maybe they have Terra Water or Fire on Indeedee. I'm not sure. I think I just have to go for it anyways. Heavy Slam into Indeedee. Rage Fist into Lilligan in case they Terra Ghost. Follow Me goes off. Heavy Slam KOs Indeedee with a crit that I didn't need. That even if you're a max defense Indeedee, you take 80% from that. And then Rage Fist goes here. I could have gone for a Drain Punch just to get some recovery, but Lilligan can Terra Ghost. So this means the last one is maybe Ursaluna? Is Hatterene. Is Hatterene. I'm gonna protect. Just to scout for the Terra. And to install a Trick Room turn, which never hurts. And also get rid of the Sun, because it could be Mystical Fire, Terra Fire. So, let's see. This is still winnable. This is still winnable. It's hard though. Mystical Fire. There it is. Mystical Fire. So, how many Trick Room turns are left? 2. If they have Protect, they win. If I do this. But I don't think they have Protect. So I just Superpower here and go for Rage Fist. I don't know if 2 Rage Fists are going to be enough. I have no attack boost. They did hit me with the Torkoal. I think I have to do it. Mystical Fire goes off. That should be a one-shot into the Elephant, unfortunately. And it's gonna come down to how much damage Annihilate does here. It's not Life Orb Hatterene, which I would have preferred to see. Because with the Life Orb, this Rage Fist would have been enough. That is annoying. I'm gonna protect though. To stall the last turn of Trick Room. Expanding Force. I think I'm gonna Drain Punch here because Rage Fist might not be enough. It might be a roll. But I think Drain Punch is my best play overall. Because I get some health back. That can help me in the long run. Let's see how much. 112 to 141. So that's like 29. Expanding Force. Can we survive? Annihilate. We do. Let's go. What a game. Lillian goes crazy into this team. I didn't realize that. Like maybe if I Terra like the Maushold turn 1, and I kill the Annihilate, the Lilligan. But the problem is they can just, you know, after your option. Anthony didn't know that my Maushold was not safe to go, so probably that's why he made that play. That's probably why. Let's get into our next game, guys. And we found our opponent. We're playing against Mitsu from 448, which is using a Magnezone and Mamoswine. Wow. That's really cool. Incineroar, Dragonite, Mamoswine, Amoonguss, Annihilate, and Magnezone. Okay. There's no speed control here. I wonder if that Dragonite has like Tailwind. But maybe it's just like a skill shot one. And Mamoswine. Mamoswine is immune to Intimidate, but I think Annihilate Maushold should be the way to go here. We should be faster than everything on their team, unless there's a Scarf first somewhere, which could be the Magnezone, or it could be the Annihilate. So I'm going to Maushold Annihilate for sure. And then, I don't know what to bring in the back. I guess Incineroar with Earth? Is it any value of bringing in Dusclops? Copperajah? I think Ursaluna and Incineroar is what I'm bringing, honestly. Like, I'm sorry for the Elephant fans out there, but I think this game, I cannot justify bringing it. Since the game is going to take like a different route here, I cannot go for Trick Room because there's an Amoonguss. I could try to go for Trick Room and just like, you know, play for a potential speed tie between Copperajah and Amoonguss, but if I can, I would try to avoid that. Let's see what they lead. Annihilate Dragonite. This gives me bad feelings. Because it might be Scarf coaching. It might be Scarf coaching. I'm gonna bulk up. And I'm gonna Terra Population Bomb here. This is it. This is where the Friend Guard should help us. If that's Scarf, it could go for Final Gambit into Maushold, so that's why I'm going for the Terra. And also to cover a potential Drain Punch. And if it's coaching, it's gonna, and you know, if Dragonite is Terra Flying, it is Terra Slicing, so it's probably Terra Flying. This is where the Friend Guard should help us, because he's gonna go for a Terra Blast. Yeah, it's gonna go for a Terra Blast. I imagine this is a Scarf, but like we're going for a bulk up and we have Friend Guard. Oh, it's not Scarf coaching. Interesting. So we're doing a respectable 70 to 80%. Yeah, it's 70, 75 probably. It is coaching, but it's not Scarf. Wow. Okay, so going back to what I was saying, this is where the Population Bomb Friend Guard should help us. Unless they kill the mouse. No, come on, Annihilate. Yep. So we should KO here. And we should KO here. The Dragonite cannot string speed because it's in front of two ghosts. Come on, Maushold. I need you to not miss. Okay. And my Annihilate was hit by their Terra Blast. So my Rage Fist is 100 base power and I'm +1. So I should KO this Annihilate. Unless it's a speed tie. Please don't be a speed tie. Okay. Maybe it was speed tie, but I moved first twice, so I don't know. Annihilate's dead. It's gone. Right. This is the situation I was talking earlier in the, in the team explanation. The Maushold is not passive. You actually do a lot of damage, but you still want a Friend Guard, because without Friend Guard, Annihilate would have go down. Okay, this is not over. Because they might have Ice Shard. But we have 2 ghosts here, so I'm gonna Drain Punch the Incineroar and follow me. Because they cannot Fake Out either. Yeah, there's the Ice Shard. Nope, my friend. Nope. Oh, wow. It's... I haven't seen that in a while. It's the Fighting Resistant Berry. Chople. And knockoff here. I thought attacking Incineroar was safe because Incineroar usually doesn't carry Fake Out, Protect, because it's a Fake Out user. And Maushold, I was probably thinking it was not going to go down, but that's fine. Because I can just Fake Out and Drain Punch here. Again. It's Oblivious, so it cannot be intimidated. So we Drain Punch you, and we go for Fake Out into you. Like, worst case scenario, you're a Cover Cloak. Battle was cancelled. That was a great showcase of the combination of Population Bomb with Friend Guard. So I'm really happy I managed to actually show you guys in practice what I meant earlier with not being passive but still having Friend Guard. So GG to our opponent. That was a fun set. Let's get into the next one. And we found another opponent from 234. It's using Porygon 2, Ursaluna, Incineroar, Torkoal, Flamigo, and Goldengo. Okay. I think I want to go Maushold and Nylib up front, given that his team is slow. Probably the Flamigo and the Goldengo are like max speed. But they're still slower. Than Maushold and Nylib. Well, Flamigo could speed tie with an Nylib. I think I want a Copperajah in case they go for Trick Room, right? And probably the Bear. Yeah, the Bear is not bad here. I could also go Intimidate with Incineroar. I'm gonna go Incineroar. I was thinking about going Ursaluna as the last one, but I think Incineroar can provide some valuable, defensive switches. Intimidate the Ursaluna can provide a switch into Goldengo if I need to. It's a good switch into Make It Rain and Interruption. Can provide Fake Out, which can go a long way here. It cannot intimidate Flamigo, but let's see. They're going Goldengo and P2. So I could beat up here and kill the Goldengo. Beat up Rage Fist. That would mean a free switching into Ursaluna though. I can Population Bomb the P2 and go for Bulk Up. I'm gonna beat up and Rage Fist here. Oh! Porygon 2 went for a Protect. Are you Scarf Goldengo? No, you're not Scarf Goldengo. Are you Sash? Protect Porygon 2. That's something you don't see all day. All days. Unless you're Sash, you should go down from this. And you just go down from this. Wow. So they were expecting the taunt, probably. because usually Mausholds have taunt. But I just wanted to go for the offense, and I don't have taunt, obviously. Urs. I think I'm gonna... I can protect here. I kind of want to go for bulk up and switch into Incineroar. You could protect now the Urs. Or just Terrasilize. The P2. Oh no. Bye. He's going for Terra Blast. And I lost. Oh, he's going for Trick Room. Fine. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. Okay, I think I should take a Headlong Rush, so I'm gonna fake out here and go for Rage Fist. Since we just out Ursaluna, I didn't attack that slot. Oh, but P2 could protect. And it's Torkoal. I forgot this P2 has protect. He didn't protect! Nice. Let's see if it goes down here. That's the power of the Abe. That's the power of the Abe. Now I have a problem here, Cold Torkoal. And I don't know how do I solve that problem. I know how I can solve that problem. I need to Terra, but it's gonna be tough. I'm gonna protect here, switch to Maushold. So I can sack Maushold. Eruption. So I bring Incineroar back here. He went for Facade. In case I Terra into a water type, I suppose. How many Trick Room turns are left? So he went for Trick Room, then he died, then this turn, so 2 left. So if I manage to survive this turn, I can protect the other one and Trick Room is over. And the Ursaluna is -1 and it's going to be stuck there. It cannot switch out anymore. So I'm going to I'm going to fake out the Urs and Terra, Rage Fist the Torkoal, I think. The battle was cancelled, so maybe that Torkoal couldn't protect because his choice specs or something. Or maybe the opponent just realized, okay, I cannot KO you, you're going to Terra here, next turn you just protect, Trick Room is over. Wow. That was a weird game, but we managed to win. Annihilape is just a very, very consistent Pokemon into this kind of teams. Although, if he would have actually Terra Blast the Annihilape that turn, there is a chance I would have died. Although, actually, the P2 got attack boost, It got an attack boost, and I had a defense boost with bulk up, so maybe, yeah, the Terra Blast is going to be physical in that case. So I think I should survive. I'm going to calc that real quick here, but let's search for our next opponent of the day. And we found another opponent. We're playing against Kaju from 1090. Okay, there's a Sylveon here. So I just calced it for the previous battle, and Terra Blast, you know, as a physical attack, would have done around 43 to 52% to Annihilate. So I was obviously going to survive that. And even if they were like specially oriented Porygon, I would have survived that most likely. So yeah, I think that was fine. But Porygon with Protect was actually pretty annoying. Let's see, Kaju. So it's another of those teams that don't have any speed control whatsoever. But they do have an Amoonguss. Because the Amoonguss is there, I don't want to go for Trick Room. And their team is relatively slow, that Maushold and Annihilate just usually destroys this. Of course, I have to watch out for the Blood Moon, Ursaluna, and whatnot. And a Sylveon. We're going Ensign. Do we go this thing? Or Blood Moon? I'm gonna bring the Elephant. I should probably bring Blood Moon, but you know, it's the Elephant video and I haven't yet had the chance to actually go for like a really elephant-oriented game that much yet, so I still want to bring it. I hope we can still face another opponent in the upcoming battles where like I can bring the elephant and just go for a Trick Room sweep. Hopefully. Amoonguss Goldango. Okay. I can beat up here and Terra bulk up. My Rage Spouter here, but Annihilate can just ignore Amoonguss. Maushold cannot ignore Amoonguss, so they don't know that the Maushold here does not have the safety goggles, so I wonder if they respect that. Because Rage Powder here would still be okay for them, I think. But if they want to like go for a Spore, then I can get a lot of value out of this play here. So let's see. I'm Terrasolizing obviously to resist Making Rain in case I go for it. They are Terrasolizing. What are you Terrasolizing? The Goldango into Steel type. Okay. So that means you're going to touch me. I don't think you're going to Nasty Blood here. No Rage Powder. I don't want to get critical hits by a beat up. Come on, Maushold. You should create your opponent, not my Annihilate. Thank you. And we get the bulk up, and we have the Abe already set up. Let's see if they spore the Annihilate. That would be the ideal scenario. They Nasty Plot here. Oh. That's greedy, and they spore the Maushold. That's super greedy. Well, I'm just gonna Rage Fist you and stay asleep for a turn. Take my turn of sleep. He's not even doing anything with the... Are you Sash? Oh, you're Sash. That's why you were playing so greedy. Should not KO me, though. Nope. Oh, thank you for the special defense. Oh, actually, if your Amoonguss goes for a... Special defense drop could be annoying. Actually. I'm gonna follow me and go for Drain Punch now. Oh, thank you, Maushold. You woke up early. Are you gonna go for Rage Powder finally? Yeah. Well, my friend, I'm Safety Goggles. So, good try with the Focusage Goldengo. And thank you for the Pollen Puff. The side Pollen Puff actually helped me because I got more recovery now. So Maushold waking up early didn't really matter much because he didn't go for any damaging move into Annihilate. He thought he was safe with the Focusage Goldengo just to face a Safety Goggles Annihilate. Sylveon, this should be GG, I think. Follow me. You cannot do much, Sylveon. Unless you're Scarf. What if he's Scarf, Sylveon? What are you going for Rage Powder? Are you Scarf? No. I don't get it. Didn't you see that I just ignore your Rage Powder the previous turn? I don't get it. I really don't. Maybe he didn't see it? Okay. We can still lose, though. Because of the special defense drop. But we're +3. We should KO the Blood Moon. Battle was cancelled. Yep. Good try with the Focusage Goldengo, but, you know, Safety Goggles and Eyelid is a thing. It won the Dortmund Regional a couple of weeks ago. I don't know. GG to your opponent. That was a Annihilate sweep. Unfortunately, didn't get to showcase the Elephant, but let's hope the next battle is the one for the Elephant. Let's get into our next battle of the video. And we found another opponent. We're playing against a Japanese player from 348, which is running a team of Ninetales, Murkrow, Dragonite, Garchomp, King Gambit, and Goldengo. I think this is it. I think this is it. This is the Elephant game I was waiting for. I think so. I do think so. My only concern is the King Gambit. Because usually King Gambits in these teams are Assault Vest. And Assault Vest King Gambit with low kick is really nightmare for this team. It's a real nightmare for this team. Because they Terra, so Superpower is not going to do much to a potential Terra Fly-In, Terra Fire. And then they just low kick your thing for a knockout. They low kick the Ursaluna for 70%. It's kind of annoying. Obviously, Annihilate would destroy that if I just get the, the bulk out, beat up stuff so I can Rage Fist the Gambit if they Terra or just Dream Punch if they don't Terra. But they have a lot of fast offense that blocks my Annihilate mode, I think. So I'm just going to go for Trick Room. The problem of going for Trick Room, as I said, is the King Gambit. Unfortunately, this is a matchup where like having Will-O-Wisp Dusclops would be great. If they go for King Gambit in the Trick Room, I burn the King Gambit. Although they could just very well be Fire Terra King Gambit and then your burn doesn't work. And the problem is if I Terra the Elephant into a Ghost, of course, to kind of like wall the low kick, right? They can just Sucker Punch me or Cataclysm me the next turn. So, Goldengo Ninetales. Okay, we're going to see some items here. Let me see the items. Focusage and Choice Specs. The Goldengo Specs. The Ninetales is Focusage. Okay, if it's Choice Specs, it could have Trick. I want to eliminate the Ninetales, actually. Helping Hand is gonna allow the Maushold to KO the Ninetales here. 1, even with this no boost. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bye-bye, Ninetales. What do you go for? Are you going for Trick? Make it rain. Okay. Dusclops didn't take that much damage at all. Okay. Now the problem is, do you go King Gambit? That's the problem I have here. It is King Gambit. Yeah, this is the nightmare I was talking about. And if you have low kick, I have to Terra you, Trick Room, and Protect. I have to. They're terrestrializing the Gambit. Or maybe the Goldengo. I wish that was Goldengo. It's Terra Flying, yeah. It's that nightmare again. Is that nightmare King Gambit. Helping Hand Heavy Slam does not pick up King Gambit, unfortunately. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try. We're not giving up yet. Let's see. It's gonna be probably low kick into the elephant, or it can be just Kato Cleave into the Dusclops. Let's see. Kato Cleave into the Dusclops. Okay. So, this is your time, Copperajah. I need you to KO this King Gambit with Helping Hand Heavy Slam. Can we do it? Can we do it? Is the question. 120 base power, Life Orb boosted, Helping Hand boosted, into a Pokemon with 120 defense and 100 HP, probably fully invested. So it's a neutral hit into a massive physically defensive tank. Okay. This is the point of the video that we all have been waiting. Can you do it? Can you do it? Please, Elephant. Heavy Slam comes off. That's the power of the Elephant. That is what I was talking about. This is 120 base power Life Orb Helping Hand boosted into a massive tank like King Gambit. Bye-bye. And I know Goldengo's specs, by the way. I know Goldengo's specs. So it cannot protect. We're going to break a potential multi-skill here. And we're going to heat crash the Goldengo. Nightshade comes off. 50 damage into Dragonite. Heat crash. Bye. We're probably losing the Elephant, but it did its job. It did its job. Oh, Earthquake. We're not losing the Elephant. Oh, we are. It's Bandit. It's Bandit Dragonite. That's Bandit Dragonite. So I know you're Bandit Dragonite, so you don't have extreme speed here. And Blob and Ursaluna comes to say hi. We have 2 more turns of Trick Room. So we just Nightshade Bloodmoon here. I know that's banded damage because there's no way a regular Earthquake non-stab would KO the Elephant. So GG, my friend. That's the power of the Elephant. That's the power of the Elephant. I'm so happy we managed to finally get a battle where the Elephant put in work. Honestly, I'm so happy. That's the power of this Elephant. Now let's continue with another battle. And we found another opponent. Someone that is super high on the ladder. Number 9. Oh no. Oh no, man. What is this, bro? He's rated 9. And it's using a Dondozo, Tatsugiri, Weezing, Slacking, Hisui, Ursaluna, and what's the name of that thing? Garganical. It's going to be a tough one for sure. But I think this is my best lineup into this kind of things. Yeah, he already decided. He really knows what he's doing with that 2-2-2, kind of like 2-2-1-1, right? Because you have the Dosutatsu, you also have the Slacking with the oh, he apparently likes the bear, the Blood Moon, but you have the Hisuian one. So okay. He leads with Slacking. So I imagine you're going to KO my Maushold and go for Taunt to Dusclops, right? Now, I don't know if Maushold can actually KO Weezing. I doubt it. Even with Helping Hand. There's a chance if they're not physically defensive. They could be Citrus Berry. I'm gonna go for Helping Hand Pop Bomb. I could also just like Terra Ghost follow me. Oh, that's not gonna be enough. It's physically defensive. Maybe we've crit. Actually, wait a second. Please don't be Citrus. No. If it was not Citrus, though, I would have KO'd. And no crit. Wow. Yep, double edge. So, we just lost the game. Going for Poison Gas. What? So you don't have Taunt? I'm gonna go for Trick Room, Protect. In that case, if this thing didn't have Citrus Berry, we would have KO'd. That would have been hilarious. I mean, I took the risk. I could have Terra Ghost follow me Trick Room, but Slacking can have knockoff, but most of the Slackings I've seen run Sucker Punch. So they're just switching here. I wonder why you didn't go for Taunt into Dozo. Are you gonna go for Taunt now? You should go for Taunt. Why don't you go for Taunt? Because you don't have Taunt, maybe. Right? Okay. I could have attacked with the Copperajah, but like, you know, Slacking could have attacked me also. So he's just gonna protect here, right? I'm gonna Nightshade. Go for Heavy Slam here. Yeah, just like the protect stuff. Oh, he didn't protect the Dozo. I could have superpower that slot. It's a body press though, so. So I'm gonna haste now. And I'm gonna go for a superpower here. I might just switch in here the Tatsugiri. Is that Tatsugiri or is it leftovers? Is it slacking? It's Tatsugiri, yeah. So we haste here, but we're gonna lose the Copperajah. However, we're gonna do a good damage. I imagine around 40 to 50%. Oh, that's like a max offense though, so. That's like a max offense though, so that's crazy. Like that is probably impish nature. That's why he's using body press. So I'm gonna bring the Ursaluna and I'm gonna get poisoned. And then we're just gonna lose to poison probably. Oh man, if I would have killed that Weezing, we didn't have to worry about this poison shenanigans. I'm gonna Helping Hand and just go for Terra Hyper Voice because they're gonna protect here, right? So I don't want to waste the Blood Moon yet. Maybe they don't even protect. Or maybe they're Terra Steel and go for Terra Steel. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, there's a protect. I think Earth Power Helping Hand also does it from here, but I could be wrong. If they Terra Steel here, they're not. Okay. They're just gonna go for the double protect. Look. Oh, they did it. Okay. Get out of here, Dozo. Dusclops is going down soon. These things are gonna protect. This is how lots of these Dondozo teams work. Just protect, install, and yeah, do your thing. So I need to get the Trick Room off, but it's not gonna be possible. Wait, they missed? On the Dusclops? No! If they actually missed into the if they actually missed, oh man. If they miss into the Dusclops, we were gaming. Now, I wish I had Protect here. Because I could Protect here, because Slacking does not have Wheezing anymore. I think I'm going to Vacuum Wave, hope for a crit. Hope that the miracle happens. Slacking is terrestrializing, probably normal type. Terra Ghost. I don't really get why you would Terra Ghost there. Crit? Nope. Has low kick. Tatsugear was not Scarf. We tried. We tried. We tried. It's unfortunate, but, you know, it is what it is. If I would have, like, that's the thing, like, you don't know the sets. If I would have just attacked the Weezing on that turn instead of protecting with the Copperajah, that would have been great. I think terrestrializing the Copperajah there was also pretty decent. You know, that covers for a double edge and a low kick. But I wasn't sure if I wanted to risk another damaging move, like maybe knockoff if they had it. And at the same time, I wanted to save the Terra for the Bloodmoon Ursaluna, because I usually do that against those teams. With the Terra, you are able to one-shot after you haze. But maybe you don't even need to save the Terra. Yeah, I think if I would replay that game, would probably terrestrialize the Copperajah and just go for Heavy Slam. And then just don't Terra the Ursaluna. It's just like, I didn't know the Dondozo was body press, because usually the Terra and Ursaluna is also defensively, because you want to get rid of your ground typing so you're not weak to Wave Crash. But it was a body press Dozo, so yeah. GG to our opponent. He was really high on the ladder also, so hopefully you enjoyed the battle. Let's get into the next one. And we found another opponent. We're playing against a Japanese player from 391, which is using an Inteleon, Gardevoir, Garchomp, Torkoal, Medicham, Dusclops, sorry, Bronzong team. So this is like Trick Room, semi-Trick Room, Fast and Trick Room, which is honestly quite interesting. Medicham has access to Fake Out and Trick Room from what I remember. And obviously Bronzong also. And Bronzong is kind of tricky. Like, I can sweep everything with Copperajah if I Trick Room, besides the Torkoal. So I think I'm going to go with, like, my Trick Room mode here. And Urs could also go Incineroar. Yeah, I'm going to go with Urs. So let's see. This could be a Copperajah game. This could be a Copperajah game because there's no Mungus. But there's Torkoal, right? So even if I Terra out of the Steel type, Eruption is usually going to pick up anyways. So let's see. Inteleon Gardevoir. It's Life Orb Inteleon and Choice Specs. No, it's Choice Specs Inteleon and Life Orb Gardevoir. Okay. I'm scared. I think Inteleon is obviously faster than Maushold in its Choice Specs. I think they just KO the Maushold here. I think they just KO the Maushold. I'm gonna Trick Room Protect. Like, I cannot follow me because Inteleon's Snipe Shot just has this mechanic that ignores. Oh, it's Surf, actually. I thought it was gonna be Snipe Shot, but it's Surf. You have Imprison. Aura Sphere Gardevoir. Wow. You don't see that every day. And it's Life Orb. It's Life Orb Gardevoir. I didn't even know I had Aura Sphere. So, obviously Aura Sphere changes my perspective a little bit. Because I want to terrestrialize, but at the same time I don't. I'm gonna Terra. They switch out into Torkoal probably. Into Bronzong. Okay. So they did bring the Bronzong. Unfortunately for me. And they're gonna try to reset the Trick Room most likely. Nice shit comes off. Aura Sphere. That's gonna do like a 20%, 25-ish. Now, do I predict them resetting the Trick Room? So I go for my own Trick Room. I think they kind of have to, right? I'm gonna go for this play. Oh. They're just going for Iron Defense. And Psychic. And they get the Special Defense drop. That's just... Come on, man. You went for Iron Defense into 2 Ghosts. What are you even doing into 2 Ghosts? The Special Defense drop is just hilarious because now I could survive another Psychic if it was not for the Special Defense drop, but now I can't. I have to switch into Maushold. And I'm going to go for Heat Crash here. It's hilarious, man. Has a Helping Hand. Come on. An Aura Sphere when I can easily just reset Trick and crit. Oh man, oh man. Helping Hand, Iron Defense, Bronzong. This is incredible. And the most weird thing is it's still winnable. It is still winnable. Get out of here, Gardevoir. He's gonna body press the Urs. Let's see who's faster here. I'm faster. Okay. That did nothing. He went for Trick Room. He went for Trick Room. He really did. And he had Torkoal this time. So Helping Hand, Trick Room, Iron Defense, and Body Press, I imagine. Let's see. This is going to Terra the Torkoal, Choice Specs, Terra Fire. But we have Assault Vest and we have Friend Guard. So let's see. It's going for Helping Hand, but we have Friend Guard. And it's Choice Specs probably. But we have Friend Guard. This is where the Friend Guard can come into play. Eruption, probably Choice Specs, probably Terra Fire, probably is going to be enough. But let's see. We have Hope on the Bear. Let's go! Let's go! That is the power of the Friend Guard, my friends. So, if my math is correct, you cannot touch Maushold. And you still have the Trick Room for me. So, I'm just gonna Population Bomb into you. Hopefully I don't miss. And bring the Dusclops. Because the revealed Trick Room, Helping Hand, Iron Defense should be Body Press. Unless it has, I don't know, Gyro Bolt or something. Come on, Maushold, don't miss. Oh, what if he has Ally Switch? It's Choice Specs. A Wubberry. Body Press into a Ghost type. Are you kidding me? He is slower than the Maushold. And he went for Blizzard in the sun. This game could have easily been completely different. The Inteleon is slower than Maushold when it has 120 base speed. So it's not using a fast Inteleon. It's probably using a modest Inteleon, I guess. Let me check that. Modest Inteleon hits 172, right? So if it's modest, it underspeeds Maushold. Wow. So your Dusclops cannot do anything. Dusclops, your Bronzong, sorry. Come on, go for another Iron Defense. Go for it. You seem to like. Oh, someone is mad they couldn't win. Oh, yeah, this is just classic Rage Quit. I'm sorry, you tried. You tried. That was a fun set though, but unfortunately, some people still cannot handle the rage, and just cannot handle this kind of situations. Why did you Rage Quit? Just finish your game and forfeit. But it's part of this gaming culture in some areas. So cannot blame them, I guess. Whoa, that was a battle. I always thought the Inteleon was faster, but sometimes you can face this kind of things. And honestly, that turn that I reversed the Trick Room and they didn't go for Trick Room. If I didn't reverse Trick Room and I just went for the Elephant, I think the game was over. The game was over. Well, maybe not because they had the Torkoal, but I can just haze away those Iron Defense boosts. And I'm really surprised they went for it, knowing that Dusclops is a Pokemon that usually carries haze, but I don't know, they probably had an intention. And the Ursaluna with the Assault Vest surviving there was super, super useful. That's the power of the Friend Guard. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the team. And yeah, let's continue the next one. Peace to all of you.